As the end of the year approaches, the stock markets are in a free fall. Let's talk about it. Hello, everybody. Joe Roper coming at you. And if you've been checking the stock market over the last few weeks, you'll see that we've had a kind of a sell-off. The NASDAQ is down about 6 to 6.5%. The S&P and the Dow are both down about 4.5 to 5%. What is going on? Well, if you look at when this started, this all began right around October 29th. And that's the day that Powell came out and said, hey, we're going to lower interest rates by 0.25%, 0.25 or 25 basis points. However, not sure if we're going to lower rates in December. Now, that was very important because they said, I'm not sure. Stock market doesn't like that. They don't like when they hear the words, I'm not sure. So no matter what happens, until we see some path forward, as I like to say in this video, the markets are not going to have a clear enough picture to decide if they should have a good end of the year route. Now, until we get a clearer picture from Powell, the markets may be in turmoil. So this is going to be par for the course for the next few weeks. Get used to it. If you're not retired, I've said this on the channel before, if you're not retired, you love these market pullbacks. Heck, Bitcoin came down from 100,000 to below 90,000. If you like Bitcoin, this might be a time to buy. The stock market is off 5 to 6%. So if you're dollar cost averaging into your 401k, this is great. If you're retired and you're spending your money, you should have a portfolio set up to withstand these types of setbacks. I'm not worried about it. We're not in correction territory, which is a 10% pullback. The Santa rally could be hitting us anytime soon because the Christmas shopping season's right around the corner. We still have $7 trillion sitting in money market accounts. Unemployment's low. Inflation is low. This is a normal pullback. As you can see in this chart, we've seen many times where the stock market has lost 10, 15, maybe even 20% and still finished the year positive. We're coming off a near 30% return since the tariff debacle we had back in the first quarter. I'm happy to see a bit of a pullback. This is normal. This is okay. If we go into correction territory above 10%, maybe hitting into 15%, if we hit bear market territory, if we lose 20% or more, then I might start to get concerned. But because the market started to fall simply around the exact same time that Powell said he's uncertain about interest rate environment, that tells me this is not economic. This is just the stock market being like a little kid who didn't get candy in the candy store. He's on the ground throwing a temper tantrum, and until he gets what he wants, he's going to continue doing this. The positive thing is there's money flowing in the stock market every week. Everything's going to be okay. Even if we have a 10, 15% pullback, you're going to get through this. You'll be okay. Now, things to consider since we're in the fourth quarter, we're coming into the end of the year. Have you maxed out on your 401k match at work? So you want to reach out to your HR department, find out what that match is. Is it up to 4%? Is it up to 5%? Don't lose that money. I've got a great video up here talking about how much extra money that 401k is paying you if you get that match every single year. Number two, have you maxed out your IRA or your Roth IRA contribution? Now, if you've watched my videos before, you know I don't want you to put money in IRAs, but hey, if you want that tax deduction now, this might be the time to get it. Also, have you used your full standard deduction for the year if you're retired? So if you're out there listening and you don't know, look at your tax returns for last year. Reach out to us. The phone number's on the screen. There's a QR code. Our website's there. You can go and set up a time where one of my advisors will run a plan for you to see, are you using your full standard deduction? Because if you're just getting Social Security, you're not using your full standard deduction. If you're just getting Social Security and a small pension, you're not using your full standard deduction. If you're just getting Social Security and maybe you're taking a small distribution from your IRA, your Roth IRA, you're not using your full standard deduction. And if you're over the age of 65 and you're married, that's nearly $47,000 that you get to take as tax-free income. So if you're not using that full standard deduction, make sure you do it through Roth conversions. Heck, maybe you just want to spend more money. Maybe you want to have fun by the end of the year. You just want to take money out tax-free. For whatever reason, use that whole standard deduction. Have you maxed out on your HSA, your health savings account? That's my favorite place to put money throughout your working years because you get a tax deduction. So if you have a high deductible health insurance plan, you can contribute to an HSA, an health savings account. The IRS gives everybody, regardless of your income, a deduction on that contribution. So if you want to put in $4,000 or $5,000, $6,000, $7,000, depending if it's a single or a family plan, you want to get that done because you get to write that off this year. It grows tax deferred. And then if you use the money for medical reasons, you get to pull that money out 100% tax free. A deduction, tax-free growth, and tax-free distribution. There's no other account out there like that. I love the HSA, and my recommendation is if you can, don't use the HSA till you're retired and use it to offset Medicare expenses. Look, 2025 is coming to an end. 2026 is going to be here soon. We have higher contribution rates next year, which I'll talk about in my next video. So in 2026, you'll be able to put even more money away for your retirement. If you like videos like this, make sure you check back every week, hit that subscribe button, turn on that notification bell so YouTube lets you know when I'm posting. And if you don't know, I'm posting up to 3 times a week. I got my television show going on here. I have a new 1-hour podcast that's coming out every week. This is the first week you'll get to see it. I post 2 videos. I post an economic update just like this video, and I post a financial planning video. So if you want to learn more, make sure you're subscribed. Make sure that notification bell is turned on. You're going to get more financial advice than you've ever received from any other channel. Check back weekly. And as always, I'll see you next time.